Predators are winning 2-0 against Tampa Bay.
Hey.
I know. They beat Montreal the other night.
Littlest hobo, littlest hobo. Uh-oh.
Corey or Will.
Eric can't sign into Twitch.
You want me to text you the...
Twitch.
No, I always log in under my own.
You know what you should do, Eric?
Right.
To make that lightning quick is just get a really small solid state drive, put it in, and just have the operating system in like a browser and stuff.
Nah.
That would make it lightning.
How
I don't
much
use
would
it
that
enough.
be?
Like probably 128 gigabyte one's like $50 on sale.
If I get any drives, it's going to be for PS4.
The big boy.
Corey, can you talk?
Yeah.
You in?
Yeah. I can talk. Can you hear me?
Don't know yet.
There's a little delay.
I think it's good. It's registering on OBS.
Yeah, you're kind of quiet.
That might be on my computer's end.
Wait, you guys say something.
Let me turn
Something.
All right. I think it's on my end, Dan.
I
Okay.
did have 2 nibble tats.
Microphone.
Look at you.
I knew I did them early.
Aux boost.
Yeah, this was right after last week.
Boost it.
Whoa.
I watched that
And
video.
then I tweeted
Too
this.
loud.
I watched our entire video of us playing.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I felt like it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Boosted. Still too loud.
Hmm.
Audio.
Audio killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car.
Will's car.
Oh.
Oh.
Tooraloo-raw. Okay, I think I'm better now.
And I would walk 500 miles.
I think I'm gonna turn you guys down a smidge.
Don't you fucking dare.
Just a smidge.
Maxing out. I don't know if I can.
I think it's episode 193, Corey.
2. Right?
Is it 193?
It says 2 on the stream.
I have 2.
If that means anything.
I checked our last one was 191 codename Steam.
Jake said the Twitch chat seems to be broken.
What else is new?
Yeah, Twitch has been having a lot of trouble recently.
Just try rebooting, or not rebooting, reloading.
Restart the browser.
Yeah, I've had that issue, and it's usually fixed with a reboot of the browser. Will, I'm a mess.
Bowser.
Are you?
I messed up my shoulder yesterday.
Did you really?
You're getting too old to work out.
I
No,
know
it's-
it.
The knee and the shoulder, huh? You're a fucking wreck.
What'd you do to hurt it?
I don't know.
Thinks he's a wreck. You just wait.
Is your form bad? Maybe.
Trying to think. No, I did dips first thing.
Oh, my shoulder hurts sometimes when I do dips too. If you lean too far forward.
Maybe that's
You
my
are a
problem.
couple of dips, the two of you.
Corey, you should just switch to full-on yoga.
I know I should.
Yeah, I noticed
Full-on rapist.
whenever I was leaning forward while I was doing dips, my shoulder hurt really bad.
That's good to know. Yeah, maybe I just need to keep my shoulders back more when I do it.
Yep.
Because I notice that I bring them forward.
Yeah, that was exactly my issue too.
Oh man.
It's painful.
It sucks. It's in like the back of my shoulder too. I don't know if it's something I should worry about or just push through it.
Get it massaged out.
By strapping young lad.
Whenever I got hurt, I just stopped for like a week or two.
I don't want to do that. My gains.
You gotta get the gains.
What about my gains?
What did you do with Corey and Will? Where are those guys?
We beat him up.
Yeah.
Took their lunch money.
Yeah.
That's funny. Good answer. I'm just preparing to do feedback, I certainly wasn't going to do it ahead of time.
I don't blame you.
All my time was for you know what.
We got to keep talking Heroes of the Storms. Didn't we get a couple longtime listeners reach out just because of that?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Send us beta keys
Yeah.
Ballin'.
to give out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I knew it. It's all
Which
we
is
needed
awesome.
was getting into the esports scene, Corey. You were right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it you that proclaimed?
Well, I also think, and I think our listeners are younger than we think.
Think so?
I think there's a lot of them, and the younger ones don't reach out to us.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh boy, Rangers potted another one.
I'm on the Heroes of the Storm subreddit right now.
When are we looking for a new character, you say? Gonna be a while.
They usually try to do a patch every month.
Okay.
So at the earliest, end of April.
Ristolainen went and scored the idiot.
Aren't they trying to lose? Jeez.
The coaches are.
Yeah.
I remember you saying watching the end of the game and just how disappointed you could see.
No, that was Corey.
Oh, Corey. Okay, you can see how disappointed the coaches were that they had won the game.
It was veiled disappointment. See it in
You
his
gotta-
eyes.
A lot of Twitter feedback from Ryan, so I'm just gonna try and put it all under one. Thangy dangy.
Okay.
How's that sound, dude?
Sounds good to me.
I've almost got my first cup of coffee down.
Thought about buying a 12-pack of beer and getting just turnt tonight.
Turn.
I haven't gotten turnt in a while.
Neither have I. I'd love to, though.
I drank heavily on St. Patrick's Day, and that was the first time in it wasn't even heavily. I had like 7 beers.
It's pretty heavily in my book.
It is for me now. Definitely. Back in the day, I used to drink Jack Daniels like it was my job.
Did anyone reply to Ryan about Game Fixed, Civilization Game Fixed resumes or something?
No, I don't think so. I've been way behind on my social media stuff.
All right.
That's the new old update. There's a new update. Can't keep
So-
up with this stuff.
If what?
Riz
Up.
is telling me about the OBS update.
Oh. So Corey, if the Rangers end up beating Ottawa, will that be Hammond's first regulation loss?
At least in like 15 games or something like that.
Yeah, he's got an overtime loss.
Yeah,
I think that'll be his first regular,
really.
even if they don't catch up.
That's right, because Craig Anderson played that one that they lost.
Yeah.
Figures. I kind of want. Well, I don't know. I guess if I'm the Rangers, I want to beat Ottawa. I don't want to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they've been hot.
Yeah.
I don't know who I want to get matched up against in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, you got a tough one.
Yeah, I don't want to play Minnesota. That's for sure.
Nope. They almost caught Chicago.
Really?
They were like 4 points back.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to play Winnipeg either.
Winnipeg's been hot too.
Man, they're just a
Fires.
tough team.
Yeah.
What's this?
I want to see Nashville play Chicago, though.
Yeah, but Chicago, they're so experienced
Yeah, that's
in the
true.
playoffs.
I just think it would be glorious to see Nashville win.
Yeah. Well, they got to start playing better.
Yeah. As long as LA doesn't make it.
Not feeling the Kings, huh?
I hate the Kings.
Dang. What is it about the Kings that you hate?
I like seeing different teams other than, of course, the Rangers be in the Cup, and I just don't want to see the Kings get in the playoffs and make another run because you know they will. And
It's been the Kings and the Hawks
And
and,
then-
the Canadians and the Bruins that are there every year.
and then you hear, oh, the Kings are so good and they're the prototypical team. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
Same with the Blackhawks. Oh, they're the best team in the NHL. Even though they're like 10 points back.
I listened to a lot of NHL radio the last week, and all they talk about are the Kings.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's annoying, right?
Really annoying. Made me hate the Kings. I used to like the Kings.
It was about a 42-player Civilization game that got fixed and resumed.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I think it was a player mod.
Okay, he wanted to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
He specifically said you.
cool. You know, I'll go read the article real quick because I
Okay.
didn't read it.
Littlest hobo, the littlest hobo. Riz is a Caps fan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is it?
Blech.
I don't mind the Caps now that they have Trotz as their head coach.
Same. Plus, I feel Backstrom's really underrated.
That's one of the things when we listened to Trotz on Merrick versus Wyshynski. They said, "What's most surprising to you about the Caps?" And he said, "How even as good as he is, how underrated of a player Nicholas Backstrom is."
For him to not be selected for All-Star game, it's crazy.
Oh, that was Hunter.
I like to think he's the reason him getting suspended for the gold medal game. Why Sweden didn't win against Canada.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Brah.
I need some key lighting for my setup here.
I also like John Carlson.
He's had a good year this year.
Yeah, I've got him on my fan.
I really want to see the Penguins and Capitals in the playoffs too. Play each other. Hi, Eric.
Hey.
You guys want to play some heroes while we're waiting?
God, what I wouldn't just give.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Twitch, twitch, poo, poo.
Dolphin whale.
Oh shoot! I think I just screwed things up.
Ooh.
Nice.
Arizona tied it.
Sweet.
All right, a girl.
What you don't want here is to go into overtime.
Ekman Larson.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You want the Coyotes to win it in regulation.
2 points. Let's get that gap going.
Yeah.
What are the shots at for the game?
I'm sure Buffalo's being outshot.
We're already 5 points back of them,
Oh, really?
23.
but we have a game in
for
hand.
Phoenix.
Right. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
At least we started the stream a little earlier this time, rather than say we're going to record at 8 and then start the stream at like 8:35 and start the episode at
9.
8:45. I think we started the stream at like 8:15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe even 8:10 when we finally got everything sorted. Corey, ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Let's get started so we can play some HOTS when we're done.
Yeah.
Dan, don't tease me.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to episode 193 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
No, it's 192. You were right, Corey. Did we do Codename Steam last week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
All right, let's start this over.
Meh.
How did I screw that up? I have all people should
real
know.
quick, what was the question of the week last week, Corey?
You're pinned down in a foxhole and things do not look good. Who's at your side?
Gotcha.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to episode 192 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
Corey.
Today's episode is on Battlefield Hardline. Eric's going to take the lead on this one, being the only one that played it. Will, did you play the beta?
No, I did not.
No, I had downloaded it too and never got around to playing it. So Eric's gonna be talking about it. You played it both on the Xbox One, right?
Yes.
And the PS4.
I played multiplayer only
Okay.
on the Xbox One, and I played through the campaign and some multiplayer on PS4.
Gotcha. So he's going to do the lion's share of the Battlefield Hardline discussion. Teasers. Anything anyone wants to tease?
Just Heroes of the Storm, Dan. That's it.
Yep.
I actually have something to tease.
Ooh.
What do you got?
A strategy game called Sunless Sea.
I've been really wanting to play that, so I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it.
All right. If I was going to recommend it to somebody, Dan, it would have been you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I love the look of that game. It looks pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually played some HOTS, so that'll be my my first time talking about it too.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey.
Wow. Triumphant return.
100 episodes late? Tyler Marbaker just walked into the studio.
Which is why he was fired in the first place, because he's always late.
100 episodes, Tyler. That's probably about the last time you were here. Good to see you, though.
Good to see you.
Will, you have anything you want to tease?
Nah, Dan, I only played Heroes this week.
Only Heroes.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we should tease that we're going to talk about the new update to Heroes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the update and my
characters.
first experience with it. So
Yeah.
I don't think I had played it as of last week. No, I played it for the first time after we finished last week's
That's
episode.
right.
Yeah,
Yes,
you did.
that's right.
That's right.
So, all right. Eric, why don't you get us started with the main segment?
We're going to start right off with Battlefield Hardline, huh? All right. Well, I first should say I beat it.
Hey,
Beat the campaign. I don't know exactly how long it took me. It didn't feel like it took very long, though. Pretty quick run through it. It's split up into 10 episodes with a prologue. Again, as I did with the order, I took my notes in order while I played the game. I think you'll see my opinion change throughout. So when I first started out, the intro was very like a CSI feel to it, equipped with the cheesy song to go right along with it. So you immediately got like a cheesy cop drama. I thought the graphics were really average. Aside from like the sky and the clouds looked really good, but the rest of the graphics were pretty bad, actually. And I noticed that on the Xbox One, especially when I was playing multiplayer. It did not look too appealing to the eye. And that wasn't much better on the PS4 either. It felt really weird playing a Battlefield in a different setting. But at first, it was a good weird. This game is very much set up for you to play stealth, which is...
For the single player or even multiplayer?
No, just a single player.
Okay.
I'll talk about them separately. So right now, we're just going to do the single player campaign. It's very much set up stealth. You do have the option to go in and just shoot, but for a while, at least, there's enemies on the map, or criminals, I guess, that you have warrants out for. And you know how, like, in Far Cry, they kind of took this from Far Cry, where you can pull out a scanner and tag enemies around the map? So that's what you do. You go around and you tag them, and then you can see their vision code and where they're facing. But, like, there'll be 2 or 3 guys around the map that have a warrant. So if you just arrest them instead of killing them, you'll win bonus money and experience or whatever. So you do like try to sneak around. Plus, you don't alert anybody if you do that anyway. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you just sneak around behind them, and when you get close enough, I think it was like L3 or R3, and you just slap a pair of cuffs on them because your guy has infinite cuffs.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's part of the willing suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Pockets full of cuffs. Yeah. So it was kind of weird having that. The option in a Battlefield game to go in stealth or guns blazing. I chose to go stealth for the most part until the end, mostly because I just wanted to get through it, and secondly because I capped out of level, so it didn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, so I did say I'm a fan of the Battlefield leveling system. It's kind of cluttered if you've never played it before, like especially on multiplayer. But I do like it. There's just a lot of depth to each of the weapons and optics that you can put on everything, and camouflage and different upgrades to things like that. And that's all there in the single player campaign also. There was a cool scene towards the beginning that stuck out in my mind. Your partner gets shot, and you have to like apply pressure to the wound as you're holding enemies off with one hand. That was a pretty cool scene early on that stuck out in my memory. I like that you are able to unlock battle packs, which you use for multiplayer. That's a way that you can unlock special packs or like experience boosts in multiplayer. You actually can unlock those in the single player campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of gives you another reason to play through the single player, which I don't usually. This is, I think, the first Battlefield campaign I've ever played.
Okay.
Or at least beat. I started Battlefield 4 for like 10 minutes and quit playing it. So I did like that. I don't know if that's something that they've done in the past too, but that's a nice touch. I was a pretty big fan at first of investigating for evidence. It's kind of like in the Batman games where you walk around and look for evidence of what's going on. So there's different cases throughout the game that you're trying to solve, and there's, some of the cases have like 3 pieces of evidence. Some of them have like 15 pieces of evidence that you have to find around. And when you open your scanner, it tells you what direction you have to go in to find it and like how far away it is, which is nice because otherwise you'd be looking all over the fucking place.
Right.
So that was kind of fun. And I did say that having certain criminals around the area that have a warrant and you don't have to kill, I thought that was a nice touch. I don't know. It did make you play stealthily, which I don't know if a lot of Battlefield fans will be too big of fans of.
If they even play the campaign.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. Battlefield's not really known for the campaign, is it?
No.
I think Call of Duty has always been a little more popular for that.
Yeah.
But
I played the Battlefield 3 campaign and didn't care for it at all.
Yeah. So. There was a plot twist pretty early on. I want to say it was in like the 3rd episode that I really liked. I'm obviously not going to spoil it for anybody.
Right.
But I did make a note that I really liked that first plot twist that went on. And it fit right along with the like cheesy cop story.
Nice.
When you quit out, say you're just beat episode 5, but you don't have any more time to keep playing. When you hit exit to go to main menu, it says like next time on Hardline.
Oh,
and it gives you like a clip of what's going to happen next time. So that was kind of cool. And then when you come back in, it says previously on Hardline, just like a TV show.
Nice.
Like
I thought that was a really cool touch.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see. I already mentioned this, that how it took a lot from Far Cry. There's also alarm systems like there is in Far Cry that you can disable. Although I felt like in Far Cry when they hit the alarm, shit hit the fan a lot more than it did in this game. It wasn't any noticeably harder, I didn't think, in this game, so it was kind of stupid. Didn't really give you any incentive to go kill the alarm. But they're there. Let's see. Another cool scene that I liked was there's a part, I think it's probably about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way of the campaign. There's a hurricane scene, and you're in a mall, and you're trying to find one of your partners in the mall, and it's like there's shit blowing all over the place, and you're like kind of trying to dodge debris as it's flying around. So that was a pretty cool scene. So at this point, I said I was getting really into the story and the characters. Right around episode 3 and 4, I was getting pretty into it. And then episode 5, I don't know, it just like really rubbed me the wrong way. They went for another big plot twist, but it was just too much. Like, they were trying too hard to be like, oh shit, look at what we just did.
Yeah.
And it was not cool at all.
Okay.
And at that point, I was like, you know what? This game's not very good. So my opinion started going downhill pretty quickly from there. It was a really easy game and just not really much fun at all. I didn't have a lot of fun with it. It just started to become, I just want to get through this because I'm close. It's not going to take me very long.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one playing it, so I just need to get through it. There were some issues I felt like with when I was in cover with being seen by the enemy that were annoying, and also being hit with bullets when I really shouldn't have been. So that was kind of frustrating. And as we've said before, if you don't do stealth right, when you try to do stealth, that can be really frustrating.
Yeah.
And it wasn't terrible by any means, but it was enough for me to notice and get pissed off about it. I said around episode 6, the game started to just get really old and repetitive. You're just going from like spot to spot and like sneaking around, arresting criminals, maybe having to kill 1 or 2 of them with a silenced weapon or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't very cool. Episode 9, I did say was kind of cool. That one, you have to infiltrate a house, like a really nice like beach house kind of thing, and that was really fun. But yeah, it really went south on me and got really repetitive. The ending was okay, but I said that I did not really care what happened, and I didn't.
Right.
I still don't.
Right.
So that's pretty much it for the campaign. It was just bleh. It was pretty average for me. I don't feel like it did anything extraordinary, or the characters I didn't really end up caring about at all. The plot was bleh. I don't know. Gameplay is always good in Battlefield.
Yeah.
Guns always sound good, feel good, but other than that, it's pretty average campaign, I thought.
Okay.
So as far as multiplayer went, Hotwire was supposed to be the big draw this time. Hotwire was all right at first, but it just ends up being a bunch of cars zooming around a map and dying really quickly.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I had heard for that one that a lot of people like just ended up starting to use the same tactics over and over again.
Yeah.
In the car chase ones.
That's it.
Like you pretty much would just drive around in the same route. And
Yep. And a lot of times, like, people would just sit along a road and wait with a bazooka and just wait for a car and just shoot
blow
it.
it up. Yeah.
And it just got stupid.
Right.
I thought. So I quit playing that. It also prevented me from doing my favorite thing, which is being a medic. Like, everybody's in a car. I can't, like, go around and find my teammates that need to be healed. Like, I remember in Battlefield 4, I don't remember the name of the map, but there was one specifically. I remember you running through, like, a turnstile, and it would set off an alarm or something like that. And it all, like, bottlenecked. Both teams came to this one area. It just came to a head, and it just shit broke loose every time you played the map. And every time it was fantastic. And you could just lay your medic bag out, and it's just heals after heals after heals. But at the same time, like, you're shooting the other team and chucking grenades down the hall and shit. That is awesome. Like, that's what Battlefield is to me. And Hotwire just did not cut the mustard. I don't. And plus, I'm not into cars, really.
Right.
So that doesn't help.
Right.
The only other online mode that I played, other than, I think, on Xbox, I played a little bit of Heist, which that was kind of fun, actually, where I think that's the one where there's two cars and you have to break into them. It's like a timed thing. You hold X for however long and it will unlock the car, but the other team can come and prevent you from doing that. But then eventually when you do get the package out of the back of the car, I think you have to take it to a certain spot. That was kind of fun. But when I got the full game on PS4, the only other multiplayer one I did was Conquest, because that's what I've always enjoyed. I don't know, it was weird because I felt like I was dying from behind a lot more than I ever did in a Battlefield game, and it just reminded me of Call of Duty. Even though the multiplayer isn't like Call of Duty, that's what it felt like to me, because it always felt like Battlefield, like, you had a lot longer of a lifespan, which was important because the maps are so big, and there's just so much shit going on. But in Call of Duty, you're dying constantly, and I felt like I was dying constantly in Battlefield, and I've never felt that before.
Yeah, I never liked the game where you're just walking along and you just get shot from somewhere you have no idea where.
And that was happening a lot.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's always why I liked Halo more, because for the most part, you could take a few shots and then get into cover or whatever, or see where you were getting shot.
And another thing, I felt like I was getting picked off by snipers a lot more in this one than I have in past ones. So I don't know if they're overpowered or if they're just easier to use. I refuse to use a sniper rifle anymore. So I don't know, but I don't know if it was bad spawns, what the case was, because I wasn't playing any differently than I usually would play Battlefield, and I was always pretty good at it. But it just wasn't. You know how they have the Levolution stuff where the maps will disintegrate or whatever happens? I thought in Battlefield 4 it was a lot more noticeable, and like you'd be like, holy shit, like a building's falling or whatever. In this one, the only map that I ever remember like actually seeing it and feeling like I was a part of that was the Dust Bowl, and it's just a big dust storm.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, but it's not like a building falling to the ground and you're in the building, you have to fucking bail out of it. Maybe that happened. I played enough of that multiplayer where I felt like I should have experienced that a couple times, and I didn't. So Levolution was pretty much non-existent for me. The other thing was I ended up not really liking the setting nearly as much as past Battlefields. All this game made me want to do was go play Battlefield 4 again.
Okay.
So I traded it in already.
Well,
and if I want to play a Battlefield game, I'll get EA access for $5 for a month and get my fix.
get your fix of Battlefield 4.
I would not recommend this game. So
Okay.
that is my overall feeling on it.
Yeah, a lot of the reviews I said, like, because I read a few reviews to prepare, and a lot of people said it's it's more of the same essentially. But like you said, a lot less interesting of a setting for you. One of the cool things about a Battlefield is the different weird locations you're going to. But this one's just like it's like in the United States. Like it's places you've seen before. Like it felt like, did it feel like you were playing like Grand Theft Auto?
Kind of
more so than Battlefield.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. And plus, there's no tanks in the multiplayer.
Someone said we have feedback that said they missed the tanks.
Oh, okay, yeah. There was a tank in the campaign that you can use, and you have to use in one of the missions. But other than that, like, there's no tanks. There are helicopters.
No, like fighter jets or anything like that.
No, just helicopters, like SUVs, muscle cars, police SUVs, shit like that. So I don't know. I just if for a Battlefield game, I think it just is far better suited in a war than it is cops and robbers. I applaud them for trying something different, but I think it did not work.
Okay. Do you think it would have been better if it had been like a $30 expansion for Battlefield 4 maybe, or even like just a $30 standalone game as opposed to a full $60? Do you think it would have been worth it? Or do you think even that's pushing it?
I don't think I'd want to play it again for 30. Because, like, I guess I would look at it this way. Would Destiny make me think, if I saw Destiny on sale for $30, would I say, maybe I'll buy that? Yes, I would say that.
Right.
If Grand Theft Auto was on sale for $30, would I say, maybe I'll buy that? Yes. If this was on sale for $30 6 months from now, I would not say, maybe I'll buy that.
Okay, I gotcha. So it's a not recommend.
Not a recommended game for me.
Okay.
And I'm a Battlefield fan.
What about for the community? Do you see, people sticking with this game for a while?
Like I said to you guys, I've gotten to be kind of a part of a couple of podcast communities on Facebook, other podcasts, and a lot of people were asking, like, should I buy this game? I'm not sure. Like, I'm a Battlefield fan, whatever. I'm not sure about the setting, whatever. And I told everybody on there, even as a Battlefield fan, I've been a Battlefield fan forever. Like, Battlefield 1942, I think, was the first one I played. And that was a long time ago, and it was awesome. And I could not recommend it to him. I said, this game only made me want to play Battlefield 4. Just go get EA Access if you have an Xbox One, or go buy Battlefield 4, because it's fixed now.
It's cheap now, yeah.
It's cheap, and it's fixed. It works now, and it was a lot of fun when it worked.
Yeah.
So I didn't recommend it to anybody.
Okay.
So
the cops and robbers skin isn't worthwhile.
Ooh, no.
Not for a Battlefield game. There's probably other games where that situation would work, but Battlefield's not one of them.
No, Battlefield should stick with their formula. I traded in towards Bloodborne, so
Okay.
2 weeks after I got it.
Nice.
Yep.
It's
And
too
you've
bad,
had-
because as someone who doesn't really play these games, the whole cops and robbers thing at least had me a little bit intrigued, but it sounds like it doesn't work too well.
It was fun for a little bit, because like I said, the beta got me to buy it. I originally wasn't going to buy this game, and the beta was fun, but it wore off like so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Not really.
We should say they Visceral, I think, did the campaign this time.
Yeah, they split it up.
Yeah, so people were hoping the campaign would be a little bit better.
Visceral is the one that did Dead Space, right?
Correct.
I think so.
Which I didn't like, but a lot of people love it, so,
Yeah.
I like Dead Space.
How dare you? Game was terrible.
Yeah. So
Okay.
save your money on that one. Buy something else.
Gotcha. All right, well, we'll take a quick break and be back with what's
Nibble Bits.
our week's and Nibble Bits right after this. I used the wrong audio input, so
Nibbly bits.
that's fun. So I'll have to record that from the
Goal Coyotes.
They
3-2.
Who scored it?
Tyler, how you been?
Moss.
Good. How about you?
Oh, David
Pretty good.
Moss.
I'll turn your mic on so Corey can hear you too.
I can hear him.
Good. How are you?
Oh crap!
What's new? Hi, Corey.
Hey,
What do you-
Tyler.
What do you think of the new studio?
I was gonna say it looks
Carolina's
completely
beating
different in
Wisconsin.
here. Looks
yeah,
good.
it's actually clean
Tournament's
too.
great.
Like you remember
That's
what a
great.
mess the old studio
Are they
was?
two-
Yeah,
seats
it
or
looks
something?
great in here.
There was just crap everywhere.
So much.
I didn't
more
know
room.
that.
Yeah, a lot more room. I actually had my PS4 and TV down here, like
Oh,
over
did you?
there too,
Nice.
for a while.
Nice.
But I do want to set up like this TV and something over there
Yeah.
for. It's also Marlo's room is right up above where the old studio was, and she's a really light sleeper. So that's really the initial reason why I moved it. Because if we were
I
talking
was
loudly,
thinking that it was in a different place. I
Yep.
didn't remember.
Yep.
Like that wall wasn't there. That was curtain before.
Nope, it was over in that corner right over there.
I forgot
and,
you hadn't been here since we.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the new place.
And yeah,
Gigs.
Marlo's a really light sleeper, so we'd wake her up when we were yucking or yelling or whatever we do. So over here, she can't hear us nearly as well.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah, when's the next segment starting?
I don't know. I deleted the thing. Don't worry about it. I'll put the times in.
Dan,
How was the rest
What?
of work?
my job.
I know, but I have to
I'm sorry,
re-record
what was
from
that?
the Twitch
How was the
stream
rest of work?
Nothing. I just
okay.
talked to Ken for a minute.
because
and
I screwed up I put in the wrong audio input.
Okay.
Will, I hear you start this week.
I hope so. I'm poor.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Just don't make any faces behind your manager's back.
Or right in front of him.
I won't. I usually.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, I'm
That was
excited. As I said, I need money, so.
Yeah, don't we all?
Corey,
I'm about ready to apply at Subway.
I was just gonna
Corey,
say.
always a job for you down here in Binghamton.
Ah, it's too far.
Let's move down, dude.
Corey, how are you liking the Utica area?
It's not bad.
That's-
Sorry, I was reading a text message about a potential job.
Oh,
Believe it or not, that's weird.
good.
It's not bad. It's a little more lively than Binghamton, which I mean I always used to make fun of Utica, but if you actually come up here and spend a little bit more
I'm
time,
surprised to hear you say that.
yeah. I mean Utica gets a pretty bad rap, but having lived both places, I think it's a little more lively and cool around here.
Is Utica in the Catskills?
No, it's more.
No?
It's closer to the Adirondacks.
Oh, okay.
It's halfway between more than. It's closer to Syracuse, but between Syracuse and Albany.
Oh, okay.
Kill.
Word.
Littlest hobo, the littlest hobo.
I think we're about 20 minutes on that, so that's perfect.
Yeah, my writing is awful.
That's okay.
I know.
Mine's not good either.
I'm a doctor too. We have another Minnesota listener.
Are we going to support the Super Troopers 2 movie?
Kind of want to. You know what though?
It's been a long time.
I
since I've
can't
seen
very
Super
well
Troopers.
say that they shouldn't make another Dumb and Dumber and then say they should make another one of those.
Yeah. I've been saying it for years, and what I want them to do, I want them to do this with a great old comedy movie, is just reshoot the whole movie, shot for shot, everything the exact same, with the same actors, same lines, same everything, but like 20 years later.
That would be fun.
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Never saw the first one.
It's so funny. I don't know if you'd like it. It's about drugs and stuff.
I haven't seen it in a really long time. Is that
I've-
from like the mid 90s?
Doesn't mean I
isn't
wouldn't
it?
find it funny.
All right.
Did that come out in the mid 90s? Maybe.
I wasn't,
Super
I
Troopers.
wasn't sure if you found that stuff
I don't know
funny.
if it was that. It's that old.
Late 90s.
I think it was 2000s. We could
Really?
easily look this up. It's post 9/11, isn't it?
I don't know.
No.
It's 2001.
Really.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that like 20 years ago. But I wasn't 20 years
15th of
ago.
February 2002 was its U.S.
Yeah.
release date.
Okay.
A lot of new listener
Feedback?
feedback,
Yes, we have.
which is exciting.
Just gotta
Yep.
talk more hots. That's all.
Dude.
More hots.
All right, fine. We can start. I'm just
Okay.
Yeah.
putting this together.
What episode number is this?
192.
Holy shit. That's insane.
Yep. We've had one every week. We had 1 week where we took a break. And
Yep.
we've had one episode every week since then.
I think it's kind of funny.
What?
Episode 192.
Why is that funny? How dare you?
I don't know.
What are we doing for 200, boys? We gotta do something big.
We just
May, right?
We just record ourselves playing HOTS and put it in an audio format.
We just get pissed drunk.
Piss drunk, yes.
When are we doing a Heroes of the Storm episode?
It'll be the first time
We
Will
haven't done
drinks.
No.
I assumed we had done one with you.
No.
Nope.
Well, I have a schedule made up for us, and there is definitely room coming up after next week.
Well, we could also, when the game like gets a full release, we could just do one long banging episode.
That's what I thought.
Since we'd be experts.
Yeah.
We would have been playing since early closed beta.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, well, around Christmas time, I gave everybody a break, and I just recorded a best of. I played segments from our episodes earlier in the year,
Which was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was awesome to go back and listen to some of the games we talked about from this time of the year. You know, it was cool.
Rangers can clinch tonight.
Clinch
A
just a spot, or
Spot, yeah.
sorry, Tyler, I didn't mean to hurt you.
So can the Canadians and Lightning.
You'd think at this point we'd be sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, Tyler, but we're not.
Yeah, I see that. Eric, especially.
I've got a couple over here myself.
Yeah, man. I've almost got the feedback done.
Cool.
But we
Yeah,
could-
I'll wait.
we
Till
could-
I'll wait till you finish.
You sure?
If it's only another minute or so.
All right. I don't want to miss anything. It seems like we have.
Well, I'm gonna take a pee and refill my
All right.
Joe.
I thought that Derek in Chicago said something to us again. Did he not? Did
It was on
I-
Facebook.
Oh, okay. That's the only thing I haven't
I
checked.
think it was in response. It was in Facebook. Yeah, pretty sure.
It was a message on Facebook, wasn't it?
I think
I
so.
think it was, yeah. No, that was Derek. Derek Cobb. Wonder if he's in relation to Kevin Cobb.
Former Bills quarterback.
Former Bills great.
When's the NFL draft?
Late April? They pushed it back.
Be interested to see what kind of shit the Eagles pull.
I don't even care because the Bills don't have a first round pick.
Oh,
Oh, he is Derek in Chicago.
yeah.
Fucking, I'm an idiot.
I'm interested to see where some people go.
Yeah.
Famous Jameis Winston.
Well, they think
Famous Jameson.
the Eagles are going to try to move up to get Mariota.
I heard he didn't have a good pro day, so he might fall.
I don't buy that pro day shit.
See, I heard one place say is like, "Oh, he looked very good," and another was like, "He looked awful."
That's way different than on the field.
Okay, sure.
Like that wouldn't for me that wouldn't lower a player's stock. It might increase a player's stock,
Yeah.
but that's different than actually playing the game.
I hate that pro day bullshit.
Yeah.
And the scouting combine. It's all a bunch of shit.
Yep. I actually stopped following all football things on Twitter last year at this time because of all that stuff. Like I just didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about football again until training camp starts.
Yeah. Once
I'm
playoff
ready to
hockey
think about
hits.
football.
I'm excited for football to come back. It's just most of the off-season stuff I don't follow. Hockey's the only sport I follow in the off-season.
Yeah.
Free agency day and then the draft.
Soccer and football.
I actually watched a little soccer.
Did you really?
Yeah,
What'd you watch?
It was a bunch of different games. They showed
Match of the day?
it was on NBC Sports.
Yeah.
They showed
It's a recap?
15 minutes of
Yeah.
a couple different
Match
games.
of the day.
Yeah, we were in the hotel room in Philly and Val just put the TV on and that was on, so we left it.
Nice.
Saw what was it, Arsenal and
Newcastle.
Yep. And Tottenham
Good
and
win for the boys.
there's a few other team names I recognized.
Where's Travis live?
I think Travis is in Ohio, but I'm not 100% sure. I want to say Ohio or North Carolina. Just say Travis.
Can't remember either.
Travis in somewhere.
I feel like it's Ohio, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Travis and I have differing opinions on Battlefield.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Dan. I think we only got one answer to question of the week, unless I put it in with other stuff. I hope I didn't. So I'm not going to read it.
Well, you know what's going to happen is I'll be reading it and I'll get confused and screw up.
And then you'll read the answer.
And it will be my fault.
No, I'll take the blame for not reading ahead.
Oh, I probably could do that. Like I said, I'm not going to. All right, fine, I will. Oh, Corey's back. Never mind.
Yep.
Can't. It's gonna look like the first page is the end of it, Dan, but it's not.
Okay. Scroll down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
How would I miss anything?
I'm back.
You don't want to miss anything.
I don't. I feel bad when I do
You
that.
don't want to close your eyes. You don't want to fall asleep.
Don't want to fall asleep. I
'cause
still
you
miss, baby.
Okay, there we go.
Woo!
All right, ready?
We're gonna do it.
I say we fucking had it, Dan.
You just gotta get to what we played.
Yeah, that's the that's the main segment for this episode, really.
And from here on out.
From here, it's gonna be like me and Corey talking about Guild Wars.
Except all of us.
At least
Yeah,
it's all
right.
of us.
At least it's all of us. Yeah, so I won't zone out this time.
So half of the athletes won't tune out.
Will and I are just looking at each other like,
Sitting like this.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 192 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in our Nibblebit segment. I will get us started. Microsoft has announced April's Games with Gold free downloads. All month long, Xbox One users will get Pool Nation FX and Child of Light. Xbox 360 users will get 2 games in the beginning of the month and 2 games starting the 15th of the month. From April 1st through 15th, they'll get Gears of War Judgment and Terraria. And then starting on the 15th, they'll get Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Army of Two The Devil's Cartel. So, hey, if you still got a 360 floating around, that's a pretty good haul for you.
Yeah,
also, if you haven't played Child of Light, first of all,
Why?
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Second of all, you better play it if you
Yeah.
have an Xbox One.
Yeah, download and play. That's a great game.
Third of all, Terraria,
Yeah.
Terraria
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Xbox
Sure.
360. Yep.
which is still like $15 full price,
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
considering you can get it for like $1.50
on a sale.
Steam sales.
Yeah. It's on mobile devices too. I think it's $5 on the Google Play Store.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'd
So-
pay a lot of money for that game.
It's a good one.
It's in your top 10, right?
Oh, definitely. Might be top 5.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Terraria.
Nice. Okay.
Do we do a yearly top 10 review?
We did it 100 episodes.
Did it 100 episodes. They'll probably
Should we do 200?
Probably if it's changed. If it hasn't changed much, probably not. But we can
Not
do
the time.
We can do a recap. Yeah, that's right. It's not the time
Not
to
the
talk
time.
about it. And then my only other nibble bit is the MMO Sandbox MMORPG Arc Age released on Steam as of today. It's a free-to-play MMORPG, and it's the one that has the completely player-driven economy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like very open. You can, I guess, like attack any players and stuff, and there's a justice system.
Really?
So like, yeah, if you assault like a caravan of players and wipe them out and steal their stuff, you get called into court, apparently, and you have to
What?
defend yourself. And if you lose your
Self-defense.
if you lose your court case, you get exiled to like a bandit continent or something
So
like that.
when you get called to court, is it like a player court?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jury of your peers.
That's
That
pretty-
is fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's it's really, I've been interested in it for a while now.
That's just free,
and
huh?
if it's free to play, it just came out today. I've been kind of following it, and I had no idea, and I randomly stumbled upon that it came out today. so-
Have you seen any reviews or?
Yeah, the user reviews on Steam are like, I think it's like 87% positive or something like that.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah. It's worth a look anyway. It's free to play. You're not going to lose anything by trying it. So
Yeah.
I always like to go to MMORPG.com, and if
Mm-hmm.
you scroll down the bottom left, they have like rankings of the top voted and most popular MMOs.
oh yeah,
Oh, cool.
It's a good way to see what's
Gauge.
going on in those games and see what's popular at the time.
You
Yeah.
said MMORPG.com?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look right now.
It's one that I've been interested. There's a lot of sea stuff in it too, like getting your own ship and sailing it, and
I like that.
being a pirate or being like a trader, that sort of stuff. You can just be a farmer in this game if you want to, which I also think is cool. That was one of the best things for me about Star Wars Galaxies was not having to fight if you don't want to. You could just be an entertainer, and people loved that about it. So.
Yeah, that was awesome. Jake said he started downloading it.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's seems like it's gonna be really neat. Let me, Jake, if you end up playing before I do, let me know what server you're on. I'll try to get on the same one.
Yeah,
Guys, I think I'll give this a shot.
Might as well. It's free. Who cares?
It's on Steam.
Steam. Yep.
Because I can remotely start downloading it right now.
Yes.
Why wouldn't I just do that?
Yes, you can.
Perfect.
So yeah, give that a look if you want. And that's all my nibble bits. Will, what do you got for nibble bits?
My first one, Dan, is that Batman Arkham Knight got a little bit of a delay. It was originally coming out June 2nd, but now it's pushed to June 23rd. That's probably just to polish off a few things, make the game as good as possible, so that's welcome.
Bugs and whatnot.
Yeah, I'd rather see that than have it come out with a bad launch.
Mm-hmm.
Come out and look like AC Unity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is on sale for $20 today.
As it should be.
And I was like this close, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
$20 might be worth it. It's probably fixed now too, but
Yeah, but I also didn't really like any of the Assassin's Creed games
yeah, you shouldn't.
since 2.
So yeah, you would have hated it.
Yeah,
Especially with that
Looks
launch.
really nice.
it does look nice.
I still want to play Rogue.
That's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
That's one to look for like a summer sale or something.
It's supposed to be good because it was like Black Flag.
Yeah.
Mostly, that's what everyone says anyway.
It's on my Steam wish list.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Broken Age 2 Act 2 is coming to the PC, PS4, and PS Vita April 28th, 2015. There's going to be cross-buy for the PlayStation, and the saves are also compatible, so they go from platform to platform.
What game is that?
Broken Age.
Oh.
I've been waiting for the second part to come out so I could play it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to wait.
Yeah, I played the first act like early last year.
You liked it. I know
I
Corey
did.
didn't.
I did like it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. That's one of the games that Double Fine did a Kickstarter for, and everybody's been really hard on because they didn't finish it in time. But looks like it's starting to come to fruition and finish up, which is good. I like some of Double Fine stuff. So.
Yeah.
And my last one is that Halo Online is a free-to-play multiplayer-only PC game, and it's going to be releasing exclusively in Russia. It's going to be using a modified engine of Halo 3, and it takes place in a secret UNSC space installation base called Anvil. The closed beta is coming this spring. The developer said it's a learning opportunity for us to explore ways to welcome new fans to the Halo universe. And on going to other places, they said any expansion outside of Russia would have to go through the region-specific changes to address player expectations. I was pretty interested in this. I saw a little bit of gameplay for it. It looked like a good graphic Halo 3, which kind of got me excited because that's my favorite Halo.
Yeah.
But you don't live in Russia.
That's the problem. If this does really well, I imagine...
I've been waiting for a Halo on PC for a long time. I
Yeah.
would like that.
I would be pumped for it if it was coming out here, but unfortunately, only Russia.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool, and it's going to be like... Kind of like how all free-to-play games are. Like, you earn in-game money, and then like you can either use real money and you can unlock more guns and stuff like that. Looks pretty cool. I'm definitely for it. Graphics look pretty good for it. So
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
that's all I had, Dan.
All right, Corey, what do you got for nibble bits?
I have quite a few. And I'll start with the most exciting one. Eastside Hockey Manager is back.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was wondering if you guys had seen it.
I peed a little when I saw that announcement.
It's been 8 years since the last one came out. I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah, it was 2005.
7.
No, I think it was Eastside Hockey Manager 05, or was it?
I don't know, 8 years ago.
Yeah. It was from when the Oilers and the Hurricanes played the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
It was the year after the lockout, I think, is when it came out. 06, 07, maybe.
Yeah.
You interested in that one, Corey?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know.
I put hundreds, maybe thousands of hours into Eastside.
That's the thing. It's one of those things. Like, is it something you can just kind of casually play every few days? You know, like plug 30
probably.
minutes in, or does it take more to get something out of it?
If you want, I mean, you can play it however you want. But I can't even imagine how many hours I spent playing that game. I was like 20 seasons in with my Natural Predators
Holy
franchise.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. it's the issue with me is there's so many great games to be playing right now, and HOTS has kind of got us all by the cojones,
Yes,
Short
it
hairs.
does.
and it's just like the idea of sitting and playing a spreadsheet game.
That's what I was gonna say. If you're not into I mean, I know you are like stats and stuff, Corey. If you're not into playing a game that's all menus, like you're not gonna like it. There's no graphics to it really. Even like when your team is playing a game, like it's still just little like X's and O's on the rink that
Yeah.
and you can get as in depth with it. I never really because you can change lines and stuff, and I never got into that. I mostly just would watch a little speed of the game. I sped the game up, and one game would take like 5 minutes maybe. But man, I love that game, and I'm glad it's back.
Yeah. It's currently, as of today, out on Steam Early Access.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can play it. I think it was $15. Maybe I'm making that up.
It is, but
Yeah.
I think it's on sale today.
Okay.
Ooh. It's launching without a license, so the rosters are currently fictional. But they're hoping that the game from 2007 that those databases will transfer over, because there's a pretty dedicated community keeping those updated and
Yep.
live.
Oh.
So hopefully that could be converted, so you'll have all the current players.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Is it? You can just like be a coach and just pick a team and.
Yeah. I was GM of the Nashville Predators. I won the Stanley Cup in like 2017, 2018 season.
Oh.
I don't know if I traded for him or if I signed him as a free agent. I had Sidney Crosby on my team as my top center.
That's
you go.
funny. It's possible.
Yeah.
He's just sniveling enough to leave the Pittsburgh Penguins at some point.
Yes, he is. I just wanted to win. That's the only reason why
Judas.
I went after him.
He's Judas.
So,
The developer of Drive Club, also known as Evolution, is set to lose or has lost about half its staff, 55 developers. Time for a fresh start for them, I guess, is the takeaway. But I was reading through the comments on some of this, and a lot of people were very defensive. Defensive about Drive Club.
It's gotten a lot of patches and work done to it, and I guess graphically it's like it's really good photo mode.
Yeah.
People do. I mean, it's also, you have to remember, a PS4 exclusive, which is going to add to the
fanboyism.
fanboyism and
Sure.
people defending it. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yep. So that happened, I guess. Which happens. In an interview with Time magazine, Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata said that the Wall Street Journal article reporting on a Zelda Netflix series was based on incorrect information. I'll read the quote. As of now, I have nothing new to share with you in regard to the use of our IPs for any TV show or film, but I can at least confirm that the article in question is not based on correct information. Which to me doesn't mean there isn't going to be
Right.
a Zelda Netflix series. That seemed to be what all the video game publications took away from that. But to me, that just means that the article wasn't based on correct information, not that the series isn't going to happen.
Right.
Yeah,
Just something in there was wrong.
Sure. These people, they have a lot of PR training, and they choose their words very carefully. And to me, this seemed like a very carefully worded response rather than a shutdown of the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could be as well. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Nor do I really care. This thing could exist or not, and I wouldn't care.
Right.
First bit of Dragon Age Inquisition's single-player content DLC, surprise launch this week. It's called Jaws of Hakken. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. For PC and Xbox One. Apparently EA has an exclusivity deal for DLC with Microsoft. So that's why it's exclusive for now. I'm not sure how long that lasts. I don't think I saw it anywhere. They did recommend that you are level 20, but reading through some forums and stuff, people said that doesn't really matter. You can be a lower level and not have much of a problem with it. It has a new area to explore, new quests, war table operations, items, schematics, a little bit of everything. Apparently the new area is really excellent in terms of scenery. Some really nice vistas and just a well-crafted zone. But otherwise, the general consensus was that it was more of the same.
Yep.
Riz said he heard it's around 8 hours worth.
Yep. I've heard the same.
That's pretty good.
$15.
Yeah, if you're looking for more of what you played in Inquisition, then I would say go for it. You know, a little extension of the 200 hours you've put in the game or whatever.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Dan's looking for more of that.
I'm gonna get it.
Looking for more of them side quests.
I was a side quest fiend in that game.
You are.
Fetch
You
quests.
always been.
Yeah.
I read a pretty scathing user review of the DLC though.
Okay.
It was kind of funny because he was quoting the NPCs in the zone, sending you out on fetch quests. It was kind of funny. But anyway, YouTube plans to relaunch its live streaming service with more focus on gaming and esports, which is nice because Twitch is kind of crappy sometimes.
Yep.
Called YouTube Live. According to Daily Dot, in the article that I read, Google has allegedly hired 50 engineers with expertise in the streaming industry. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it just goes to show the dedication behind this push. And you know, Google, who owns YouTube, did try to acquire Twitch last year, but that fell through. Apparently because of antitrust things. I don't know.
Really?
I guess. Maybe monopoly over video. Period. I don't know.
Huh.
Digital video. I don't know.
I thought it was something else. I thought it was more along the lines of Twitch just aligned more with Amazon's. I never heard that there was any antitrust issues with it.
Yeah, that's just what I read. I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe that's what Google said the issue was, when in reality, Twitch was just like, we don't want to work with you.
Yeah, we'd rather go with. Oh, you know what I thought? I heard it was because of. I heard Twitch didn't want to go with Google because of their weird YouTube music stuff.
Yeah. Well, Twitch kind of got that too.
Yeah, they're working on it with their free royalty free music.
Which I started playing a little bit right before we started recording this episode.
Oh, nice.
You guys couldn't hear it, but people in the chat could. To me, like that would really be the only competitor to Twitch. And if I was Twitch, I'd be a little bit concerned because
Yeah, YouTube's huge.
well, that and everybody who uses Twitch exports their videos to YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like they're already all there. Why not just cut out the middleman and just start on YouTube?
Yeah.
So I don't know. The other streaming services, I don't know. It's just like, what do they have?
Yeah.
Twitch has the early start, but I don't know. I'd be nervous if I were them about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one, Half-Life 2 received a 7 gigabyte visual update through Steam. It was a fan-made. I didn't realize this at first. It was fan-made, 3 years in development, and it just had Valve's stamp of approval. And apparently they supported them here and there with things. Includes improvements to lighting, special effects, world detail, countless bug fixes, and community commentary mode, which is pretty interesting. Commentary by popular YouTubers too about the game. As you go through, you pick up stuff and you can hear their commentary. I still have yet to play a video game with commentary in it.
Coming out for free, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Is that right?
I think so. It's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
I still want to play through those just because they're what they are.
That's what I thought too.
Okay.
That was the goal, apparently, was to draw in new players without changing the original content, just making it a little bit more easy to digest in our 10-year later gaming world.
Yeah.
Nah.
Heroes.
Yeah, is there a
Don't
Heroes
worry,
of the
like you
Storm
said
mod?
earlier, there's just so many great games to play right now. Why do you want to play that?
Yeah. I think there is. I mean, I guess it depends on how much time you have. There's a lot of factors to consider, but I'm still glad I went back and played, like, the 4 and February stuff. I'm still glad I went back and played those games.
Yeah, but those are good. I don't think Half-Life 2 really stands up, I gotta be honest with you. Like, Mario Galaxy is always going to stand up.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to think of a comparable game that I play, like a genre-defining game.
I was waiting
that
for
maybe
one.
doesn't hold up anymore. Say again?
I was waiting for you to do that so I could try and shit on it no matter what you said.
Well, no. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just trying to think of another example that does that. That is a genre-defining game but doesn't hold up anymore. GoldenEye.
EverQuest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the original.
EverQuest
Sure.
would be a good one.
That does not hold
I
up at
will
all.
not argue with anyone that it was probably awesome when it came out.
Sure.
Can see that, but now, no, thank you.
Yeah. Which one did I play? The first one or the second one? Remember the one that gave me motion sickness?
I think you played. I thought it was Half-Life 2.
Might have been.
That was in the orange box. I don't think it was the first.
Yeah, it was in the orange box. Couldn't play it. Play it. It made me sick.
Shit.
I'm also a wuss.
Well, yeah, big queen.
Just wait till you strap a VR headset on your face.
I really hope that doesn't make me sick. I'll take as much Dramamine as I need to.
Dramamine and booze.
I was listening to people talk about Morpheus. He said, out of 100 people, only like 5 people got sick that he watched use it.
Yeah, I heard the same thing about the HTC headset too. That it didn't make a lot of people sick, like Oculus does.
I was listening to a podcast, screenwriting podcast I like to listen to called the something Q&A, and they were talking to the guy who did the new Planet of the Apes movie, who also was the director of the Cloverfield movie.
Oh, okay.
Which did you guys see Cloverfield in theaters?
I saw Cloverfield in theaters.
I did not see it in theaters.
Did it make you sick?
No.
It made me real sick.
Really?
I had to get up and leave.
Corey, you can't do VR.
No.
Damn it.
Sorry, dude. Well, you're gonna save some money.
But this director was telling the story of this one girl who went to the premiere and she puked all over herself because she got motion sickness, but she was a younger girl, maybe 10 or something like that, but she wanted to see the rest of the movie, so she stayed in the theater with puke all over herself. I feel like that would be me.
Stay in your computer chair with puke all over yourself.
Corey, you Jesus, Corey, you're gonna choke on your vomit.
While playing VR games. He died doing what he loved.
He wanted to die. You really only die in virtual reality, though, if you think about it.
That's true. If you die while wearing VR...
Dead?
What?
Are you really even dead at that point?
It's too much Inception talk today.
Cool. Okay. You done?
Would you guys, speaking of Heroes of the Storm, would you wear a VR headset and play Heroes of the Storm?
I'd play that game any way I could.
I'd give it a shot.
Any fucking which way I could.
I think it'd be cool because you could, instead of having a mouse to move around the map, you could just look. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah. Or the look would be the scrolling the map. Well, that's what you said. Never mind.
Are you done with your nibble bits yet, Corey?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eric.
All right. I only tweeted 2, but nobody else mentioned this, so I'm going to. Kojima and Konami are parting ways after the new Metal Gear comes out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
There's some weird stuff going on with that. Like, some people said that no one's seen him for like 3 weeks or something. Like, he's kind of disappeared.
Really?
That's what I've
Has he gone off the
read.
deep end?
I don't know. I read that somewhere.
He's in the same place as Vladimir Putin.
Is he hanging with John Blow somewhere?
Maybe. But yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I heard some other people talking about how it's kind of exciting that maybe he'll try something different.
Or start his own studio.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Something like that. We're not huge Metal Gear fans.
No.
So it's not huge news to us, but anywho. Predator was announced to join the roster of Mortal Kombat fighters, joining Jason from... We go through this every time. Is it Friday the 13th?
I'm not even going to comment because I have no idea.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, the big hulking guy that wears a hockey mask.
Yeah,
the killer.
That dude.
Okay.
Jason.
Joining Jason as a fighter on the new Mortal Kombat. I'm actually really looking forward to that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be awesome. I'm going to buy it and regret spending $60 on it, but whatever.
Looks cool.
You know
It's
who'd
only funny we'll make more next week.
You know who'd be a great character for that game?
Freddy v. Jason.
Stitches.
Yeah, he has a mask.
Stitches.
A Jason mask.
Stitches has a Jason skin on Hot Corey.
And he throws the chain like Scorpion.
Yeah.
It's a hook.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God, you noob.
And my third and final nibble bit. God of War 3 is being remastered for PS4 soon. July 14th. Sorry, they did have a date. Yeah, I'm actually excited about this one because I've never played any of the God of War games.
Yeah, they always
here.
seem awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
always one I wanted to
I'm
try.
actually pumped about that. One of the few remasters that I'm pumped for. So we'll see what happens with that one. I'm planning on getting it.
Nice. Okay.
That's it for me.
How was your week, Eric?
Good. I don't know if I have too awful much to talk about really. I was at work yesterday, and sometimes I deal with thievery at my store, and sometimes I have to run after thieves, and that happened yesterday. Somebody was stealing batteries, which maybe we don't all know, or somebody doesn't know, but they're used to make meth.
Oh,
Okay, so people will steal batteries a lot of times.
so they're not on record as having purchased them?
Yeah. Well, that, and they're expensive.
Oh,
It's
a lot.
lithium batteries.
Oh, okay.
Expensive for meth heads.
They're expensive for me, and I'm not a meth head yet. I was the only one that caught it. Anyway, so basically what this guy did, he had a girl with him, and I think he sent her in to do the thievery. So like we're watching her on camera, watching her, and he kept texting her wherever he was from, and she's answering the text back and forth, and we knew she was going to steal at some point, but she just wasn't doing it. So then he calls her, and then all of a sudden he appears again, and he just like grabs batteries out of her hand and puts them in his pocket. And I imagined the whole time he's like, fuck this, I'm just do it myself, So he puts them in his pockets. So anyway, we get out to we have to wait until they get out of the store to stop them. So we stop them, and the guy takes off running. So the security manager tells me, run after him, make sure see where he's going for the cops or whatever. I ran across our parking lot. I felt like a fucking Mack truck hit me for hours after that. That's where this whole story's going. Was how out of shape I am. But I did get some parting words then on him. I told him, you better get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. So I felt like I won.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I could barely breathe. I was like hacking up a lung in my car as I'm driving home, and I'm just like, this is... I told Corey, because I got on Heroes when I got home, and I told him, I was like, I'm the only one home, and I am so embarrassed right now for myself.
You feel like someone opened your chest and just punched you right in the lungs?
Well, what Riz brings up a good point. What I didn't tell you is the parking lot's only 20 feet across. As I was on like a half sprint.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awful.
Did you close the gap at all, or?
Well, he stopped running, so yes. And then when he saw me, he took off again. And I knew I wasn't going to catch him, so I just yelled swear words at him. As he's emptying batteries out of his pocket.
Did anybody see this happen?
Yeah.
Nice.
A couple of employees did.
That's cool.
It's not the first time. We're not supposed to touch him, so I don't know what I would have done had I caught up to him.
One of my favorite things to do when I was a kid is when someone was running is to kick one of their back foot out from underneath them.
I was going to use that
was fun.
technique the last time I had to run after somebody, because
Okay.
this guy he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He actually knocked the cop to the ground and took off running. What he was doing, he was walking around the store with his cell phone out and taking pictures up of women's skirts.
Oh, I remember you told me that.
Oh.
Right. So he knocked a cop on the ground, knocked my manager on the ground. So I was like last line. I was actually in the store and I saw him running. So I took off running after this guy. And I was just about up to him because he was bigger than me, fatter than me. I'm sorry, I should say. And I was just about up to him with my blazing speed, and I was going to give him the old leg sweep.
Yeah.
That was all I had. That's what I was going for. But he put the quick CJ Spiller on me, cuts to the right between these two cars, but he hit the car as he cut, which gave the cop enough time to get up. The cop comes and fucking flying clotheslines this guy. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Dude, it was awesome.
That's fantastic.
One of the best days of work of my life. But yeah. Yeah, so that was my week.
Nice. Okay. That's fantastic.
That's it. That's all I got.
What do you got, Will?
Honestly, Dan, nothing much. Just been playing Heroes, really.
Very nice.
I watched your dog.
Yeah.
That's about all I did, though.
Yeah.
Which gave me time to watch Netflix and play Heroes.
That's good.
But that's it, though.
Okay. What do you got, Corey?
I went to the casino last weekend.
Oh, nice.
Turning Stone Casino. I sent you guys a video.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that was from?
Yeah. On the dance floor. We were house sitting my girlfriend's dad's house, watching their dogs and stuff, and her brother was there, and he had a bunch of friends over, and they were all drinking, and they really wanted me to come out with them, and I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Seems like this is a pretty common theme, Corey.
I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to go out, and like my girlfriend's trying to get me to go because I don't really do that at all. I don't go out and get drunk or anything like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not really feeling it. I don't want to spend money on alcohol, all that stuff. So then she's like, I'll drive, I'll bring you back, I'll buy your alcohol, all that stuff. So even though I said no, like, it
A little
happens.
more appealing all of a sudden, though.
Yeah, it was better. I haven't been there in a few years, but I don't remember there. I don't know if I was of age. Yeah, I was of age last time I was there. But I don't remember there being as many bars. There's a lot of bars in that place.
At Turning Stone?
Yeah,
Really?
there's a ton.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah. We went to one called The Gig, which was pretty cool. There was this old, kind of like the Rolling Stones. Like, these guys were in their 60s playing hair metal music, you know? It was kind of stupid, and if I could have kicked them in the nuts, I would have. But at the same time, like, it was kind of cool.
Pretty good when you're drunk, I bet.
Yeah. Once I had a few, it was happy hour until 11 p.m., which is great.
Wow.
And
Fuck.
it's the casino, man.
They want people to drink and then spend all their money.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it was, all the drafts were $3. So we were drinking, I forget what kind of IPA it was, but it's normally like a $6 beer. We were drinking for $3.
How do you drink an IPA like that, though? Man, I gotta have it with food.
Just open up the mouth and pour it down.
I hate
Oh,
IPA.
God. I like it, but it's got to be with like rich food. Like,
I hate it.
It depends
Like,
on the IPA. Certain ones I can drink a lot of.
Yeah.
Other ones I can't. But yeah, we had a few beers deep, and then we went to another bar, and we're smoking cigars on the dance floor.
Nice.
Not dancing, obviously, but
Just smoking cigars.
one of the nice things about the casino is the ability to
Smoke inside.
smoke inside. And I mean, if you can't stand cigarette smoke, you'd hate the casino.
Yeah.
But I kind of, there's something about casinos that make me really happy, because it's like, you look at these drunk guys on the dance floor that you can tell they don't have anywhere to go home to.
Oh, God, that's depressing.
You know, well, they go and, like, it's the one place they find happiness. You know? They have lots of drinks, forget the world,
Happy hour till 11, mind you.
boogie down on the dance floor, make a fool of themselves, blow what little money they have, and then wake up tomorrow and look
Do
forward
it
to the
again.
next weekend, you know?
It's a sad state, really.
It is a sad state, but it's just something about that communal feeling of debauchery that
Those, to
I
be
kinda
honest,
like.
though, and I think you'd agree, Corey, those are the kind of people that I'd want to drink with.
oh yeah. That's what my newest saying is: go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, Billy Joel said it best. I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
I'll say. But you always wonder, and like, what's going on behind closed doors there, and I don't know. I like all that stuff, like Ocean's 11 kind of stuff.
Yeah.
On a much lower scale.
Yeah, definitely.
Country 11.
I will say though, Turnstone Casino has a mean buffet.
Does it?
Oh yeah,
It's good stuff.
yeah.
Because the buffet at the local race casino place sucks.
Oh, Turning Stone, it's something special.
Wow. Road trip.
I don't know. It's a lot more grand than I remember it being. Like, looks like they got a lot of money there.
That's cool. I'm
Yeah.
interested. I should go back up. It's been a long time.
Hey, if you're ever there, I'm not too far.
Well, that would be the only reason I was going up.
Yeah. If you gamble enough money, you can get a free night at the hotel.
I'm not gonna do that. I'll take $20 with me and leave my fucking wallet at your house.
Yeah.
I didn't gamble a penny.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I've always wanted to play roulette.
Roulette doesn't interest me.
See, I went to. I feel like it's easy to win. You know, you just bet black or red, you can win.
It's true.
But I was going to a Bills game one weekend, and we went to the Niagara Casino up there, and I watched this guy He bet $2,000 per roll.
Oh my god.
He won like 5 straight games, $2,000 apiece, and walked away as if it was nothing. But then my mom was like, well, think about how much money he's probably lost tonight.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I guess that's probably true.
Yeah.
He probably just made back about a third of what he lost.
Exactly.
He's like, all right, I'm done.
Because had I just won $10,000, oof, through the moon.
Yep. I hear you. Okay. Anything else, Corey?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. I got a couple things. First, I tried the Little Caesars bacon wrapped pizza.
Oh.
Man.
It's good. It's better than you would think, but looking at the pictures, like it just looked kind of like really gross and slimy and greasy, and it was greasy, but it wasn't too bad. The bacon actually was really crispy on the outside, and then they have like chopped bacon, like actually on the pizza. It's got like a thicker crust, almost like Pizza Hut. And it comes in two sections of 4, so there is more crust area for bacon surround, and it's good. But like if you don't like Little Caesars pizza to begin with, this wouldn't change your mind because it's still got the Little Caesars cheese and Little Caesars sauce, but it's not bad.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all.
And for a good review of the Little Caesars bacon wrapped crust deep dish pizza, tune into Damn Drops on YouTube.
Yeah, that was really good.
That got great.
Yep. And then my other thing is Will watch my house overnight. We had to take a trip to Philadelphia. My daughter had a doctor's appointment at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. She has like a food allergy type of thing. So we drove down the night before her appointment because it was at 9:00 in the morning the next day. And we didn't want to have to wake up at 4 to drive down.
Especially with kids.
Yeah, exactly. So we took the kids. It was their first time in a hotel room. So of course, bedtime was super late that night. My daughter's a really light sleeper too, so we had to all sleep in separate rooms. We had to get one that had 2 different rooms, so that was a lot more expensive too. Luckily, it was right next door to the children's hospital, so that was good. But I slept about an hour and 45 minutes. You know how hotel beds have like sandpaper sheets?
Yeah.
It was the worst sheets I've ever had in a hotel. It was a Sheraton too. It was like it was really nice hotel. But the sheets were awful. And like my wife slept on one side, like because the rooms were split up, like the living room, and then the bedroom was through some like French doors. So my wife slept in the other room with my daughter, and I had to share a bed with my son, which I'll never do ever again. He was laid out at a 90-degree angle, stretched out, and took up the entire bed. I had like a 1.5 on one edge of the bed. It was awful.
Worst night's sleep of your life.
Yeah, the worst hour and 45 minutes of sleep I've ever gotten.
Did you have your 3DS?
I had my 3DS and I had my tablet, so I got in some Hearthstone and I got in some
nice
Monster Hunter.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, like we went to the appointment and we had to get up early because the kids went to bed super late, so we had to wake them both up, which never wake up a sleeping child. It's miserable. He screamed the entire morning. I missed most of the appointment because we had to be to the appointment at 9 and it was like 8:30, and so I just like woke him up to try and get him ready to go. But by the time I got him to like leave the hotel room, it was probably almost 10.
Oh God.
Yeah, by the time I could get him to eat breakfast and get his clothes on, because he was so miserable because he didn't sleep enough.
You should have said, you think you didn't sleep enough.
Yeah, I know. And my wife was the same. She only slept like an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours tops. And then the drive home was a nightmare, and all the Philadelphia traffic. And we drove through the ghetto on the way out.
I can attest to the Philadelphia traffic because we took a detour on the way home from Washington, D.C. so I could get some Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't find the fucking Chick-fil-A. And it put 3 extra hours on our drive time going into downtown Philly.
Yeah. It was pretty tough.
She still brings that one up. Anywho.
Never let you live it down, huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, we were going to go to Chick-fil-A too, and we had planned on going to there's an aquarium not too far from there, but By the time we got done with the appointment and all this lack of sleep and screaming kids, we were just like, let's get the hell out of here and go home. So that's what we did. But I'm like still recovering today from the lack of sleep and being in the car all day with kids and stuff. Traveling is a lot harder with children. But
we've been going back and forth recently on whether we want to have kids. Right now we're thinking no.
Okay.
But we go back and forth.
If you want an honest opinion on absolutely anything about kids, let me know, and I'll give you the straight answer.
You are the person I ask about everything.
Yeah. It's mostly good. There's some bad things.
No, I know.
It's mostly good.
Yeah.
Bedtime is a nightmare, and mealtime is a nightmare usually.
I'm just such a prick, though. Like, even when her nephew came over,
yeah,
and like he wouldn't eat the food that I made, I could have strangled him.
Oh yeah, that's every day.
Oh my god, I don't know.
How do you feel about a live-in nanny for your children?
I don't know.
So my fiance's looking
Named
for
Corey.
I don't like the idea of someone else raising my kids. That's why we never
Nah, they just do the hard stuff, and you
consider
get all the
daycare.
glory
Yeah,
for
if they
it.
wanted to feed them and put them to bed, that'd be fine.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
that's what I'm thinking.
pay some cat. Dude,
Yeah.
I know,
people pay.
I know. But you get some illegal. You don't have to pay them very much because they stay in your house. They get free lodging.
Yeah.
Give them a little bit, and what little you give them, they send back to their family.
I don't know, Corey. There's barely enough room in our house for us. So, who we already have.
All right.
Are you saying you want to do it?
I want to do it.
Okay. I'll make a room for you down here in the basement. It's cold in winter, but not too bad otherwise. So that was my week. I played a lot of games, though, so that's good.
Good.
What was your favorite game you played this week?
It's not that segment yet, Corey.
Yeah, we'll
Corey,
wait.
spoiler
Why
alert.
can't you just give me the one game? That's all.
I mean, the only new thing I played
Heroes of
was
the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm, so
Was that your favorite one you played?
that'll probably be it, yeah.
What was that?
Of course it was.
But anyway,
I just wanted to hear him say it out loud.
do we want to get right into what we played?
Sure.
I mean, fuck it. Why not?
Okay. Well, I mean, let's just start with Heroes of the Storm. We've been teasing it all day. I finally was able to play
I'll
Heroes
cry.
of the Storm. We played, actually, we started right after we finished last week's episode. And I played a few times through there. And I love it. It's it's fantastic.
It's a blast.
It's it's the whole MOBA thing. It's a little intimidating at first, but this one is very user friendly. And normally I criticize Blizzard for that sort of stuff, for simplifying games, but I think for the MOBA it works perfectly.
You're absolutely right.
It just, I don't know. It's such an easy game to play, an easy game to learn. Like, within probably 5 or 10 minutes of starting to play Heroes of the Storm, I had a fairly good grasp on what you're supposed to do. And one of the things I really like about it is all the different mechanics on the maps.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Like, it's different for every map. There's one. I don't know if you guys have even talked about it, because before I had played, I didn't really know what you were talking about. But the one where you collect the coins to give to the pirate.
Oh, the Blackheart's bet.
Yeah,
The doubloons.
Yep, you collect doubloons. You pay the pirate, and he'll bombard the other team's defenses with his cannons on his pirate ship.
Yeah.
And all the maps have like a different thing like that, and I really like that about it.
Me and Corey were playing a game where we're on Blackheart's Bay where we're getting stomped, but we're still able to win the game because of doing the objective on the map.
Yeah, I really like that, and the
So-
different maps is cool.
Yeah.
are very cool.
Have you played the new one? Yeah. The Tomb of the Spider Queen?
No,
Okay.
no, I haven't.
That one's pretty cool.
I played it once.
Once.
I spent most of my time playing Raynor, but I played a little Vala yesterday or today,
She's awesome.
and then I played Arthas.
Yep.
The melee.
Yeah, the melee warrior, the
Yeah.
Lich King.
Yep, I played him today, actually, just this afternoon.
Do you like him?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
His controls are a little more complex than the other ones, but I think I liked it, better.
You can-
there's a lot more to do with that character than there was Raynor or Vala.
Yeah, tanks are really important because they go in and take the damage. You probably felt like you stayed alive a lot better too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other characters, like, you get hit a few times and you're dead.
Oh
So,
yeah.
But I love it. So that's my opinion. I'm the newcomer.
Who's your favorite character you used?
So far, Raynor, just because I used him the most. I'm gonna start experimenting with different types of characters and more characters.
And he's a ranged assassin.
He's a ranged assassin
from StarCraft.
Yes.
Yeah, Dan, what you want to do is get them all to level 5 for the
Okay.
500 coins.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Get that in-game currency.
Yeah.
Cha-chang.
Get it flowing.
Is Vala a free hero this week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's why I started playing as her.
And she's only 2,000 coins. So if
Okay.
you really like her, you can buy her, and she's really cheap. And
Yeah.
she's one of the better assassins in the game.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I actually ended up buying Raynor
Oh, did you?
because he wasn't on the free rotation this week, and that's like my
Your-
most used
your
character.
hero.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And also, like, when you're leveling up your account, you'll get a ton of gold that way. And when you hit level 10, you get a stim pack. So when you're online with us and playing, you'll get more coins for a win.
Gotcha.
Or a loss. You get them regardless. So.
Nice.
And if you're playing with friends, you get a bonus for that too.
Yep. It's good. It's good stuff.
Just bonuses all over the place.
Yeah.
It's crazy right now how much bonus experience is flying around.
Our last match, I got over 400,000 XP.
Yeah.
My guess is they want to boost people up to that,
Team.
the team stuff.
Whoville Hotties.
The Whoville Hotties.
Get the shivers even thinking of it.
I'm ready. I'm waiting. Oh, I should say I beat it, technically. We discussed our
you did?
Yeah, parameters for beating, which was get to the competitive, which is level 30 and 10 heroes. And
I'm hot on your ass, by the way.
me and you were like basically at the same point. The other part I had you in was account level, but I bought Sylvanas, who's the new hero we'll talk about in a minute. And with my in-game gold, I bought Thrall and Tyrael. So I was like, I'm at 11 heroes right now.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna buy Nazebo, which
Yep.
I think will be my 7th.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, I'll get 10. Yeah, I hit level 27 today, so I'm almost to 30. Obviously looking to get to 40 to start our team up.
Yeah.
I
I think my account was level 9.
Come on, Dan.
also
I haven't played nearly as much as you guys.
got Vala to level 10, so I got her master skin,
Nice.
which cost me 10,000 gold, which is a lot. But I said to myself, this is the first character that you got to level 10. Just do it.
Yeah.
Vala deserves it.
Make it special.
And I did. I made it special.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. This game has got me by the balls like I don't know if another game ever has, honestly.
really,
Yeah, maybe Skyrim when that first came out.
wow.
But other than that, I don't. Oh my god, it's all I can think about.
Yeah.
It's all I want to talk about.
Me and my friend Johnny, who we all play with, in this, are the same way right now.
Oh, it's just so good and like the competitiveness in it. And like, we should just talk about our match that we had
Yeah.
earlier. Will and I played 3 games this afternoon. We won the first 2, and I said, I got time for one more. And like our daily quest, you'll get a daily quest that can be like play 2 games with a StarCraft character, get 200 gold, whatever. So I had saved up my 3 daily quests. I had one that was play 3 games as a specialist, and then I had one that was win 3 games. So I was using Nazebo, who is a specialist, and we'd won the first 2, so I had 2 games won. So I was like, all right, let's see if I can get my 3rd game with my specialist and win this 3rd game so I can get all this gold. So it was a really even match, like just back and forth. We were level to level the entire time, and it was like they almost killed us a few times.
My computer was lagging so bad for this game too.
Honestly surprised that we didn't lose.
Yeah.
But we fended him off a couple times. Will's computer like kicked him out of the game for a little bit, and me and another dude on our team were just like fending off because it was on the
Garden of Terror.
the Garden of Terror, which we have a terrible record on.
It's awful. We
It's-
lose it every time
It's
almost.
so weird. Like Corey?
I never do that well on that one
Yeah, I'm
either.
here.
Yeah, like we for whatever reason, all of us have a bad record on that.
I never do the mechanic on that one as often. I never collect the seeds. Is that
Yeah.
the one you're talking
I
about.
feel like it's harder for some
And
reason.
for whatever reason, that's a harder one. Same with Blackheart's Bay. Those are my 2 worst maps by far.
So yeah, so anyway, like the way that mechanic works on that one is you kill these little plants and you get seeds, and then there's a boss on both sides of the map that you can kill and you get a lot of seeds. When your team gets 100 seeds, you grow a Garden Terror, which is this big hulking like tree plant guy who can take down enemy walls and stuff. So
That's player controlled too.
it
which
is player
cool.
controlled. So they got to our core with their Garden Terror, but me and this other dude were like fending them off, waiting for our teammates to come back.
While my screen's black.
While Will's screen is black. So like we're fending them off, and we ended up having to do that 2 times in a row because they got enough seeds to grow one garden tear right after another. So we ended up fending them off both times, and we got our garden tear and just made a fucking push for it, for their core. So as we're doing that, our core's shield was down and like halfway dead, and I saw that one of their characters went back to attack our core and try to go the old back door route and sneak in when we were trying to push. So I Hearthstone back home, and I didn't kill him, but I made him go.
Yeah,
So he went
chased him
back
off.
to try and defend their core. So I got on my Wonder Billy, my mount, and like I'm
Wonder
heading
Billy.
back as the rest of the team is attacking the core, right? So I'm like 3/4 of the way there, and they kill our team off. So I go into their base a little bit, and they still got like 2 cannons that I have to get through to get to their core. Well, I was about to turn around because I didn't realize how low the health was on their core.
It was at 9%.
9%. And Will's like, Eric, no, go hit their core just once. You'll kill it. So I had picked the sprint ability earlier on. So I was like, that's the only way I'm getting through these cannons because I was already half dead because they had shot me. So I hit sprint, ran in, and I'm using Zebo, so he has an ability where he throws these frogs, these poison frogs. So that's all I could do. It's a ranged attack, and I was gonna die if I did anything else. So I threw the poison frogs, and I swear to God, it was their last bit of poison. Killed it.
It got stuck at 1%.
It was
for like
stuck at 1, and Will and I are both like, no. And it fucking took the last 1%, and I like let out a yelp, and I was like, fuck yes.
Nice.
It was an epic battle,
Yeah, it was great.
but it was so awesome.
Yeah.
It's just one of those games where you can just have that awesome thing happen. And like the feeling you get when you team up and just put a nice well-oiled plan together
Yeah.
and just like a nice professional win.
And give the other team a good throttling.
It doesn't even have to be a good throttle. I mean, that feels good too.
Yeah.
But it almost feels just as good to just put a nice game plan together
Yeah.
and just win like comprehensively. Like they can't just do anything to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody on the subreddit talks about how the game snowballs really bad, but I really don't think it does that badly.
Well, like
That's why what snowballing is like, where one team is just destroying the other team, and there's no chance for them to come back.
I feel like I've had just as many games that are really close as I have like getting out of hand.
Yeah, same here. That's the way I feel. I feel like I've never really. There's been I can count like maybe 5 games within the last week, and I played a lot this week that I was just like, wow, we got destroyed.
I've only played one where we got really throttled.
Yeah.
And it was I was playing on my tablet, so I was playing terrible.
Yeah.
I've played a
The
handful
screen
where
is
we
too
got
small.
destroyed, but I've also played a handful where we kicked their ass.
Yeah.
And I've also played a handful that were close. So I think it's a good mix. Like,
Yeah.
Just,
And
go ahead.
go. No, go.
I was
You-
going to say to your snowballing point, Will, that I've played a lot of games that one team is dominating and they end up losing.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
It's happened to us. Remember the one game we were playing today, Corey, that we lost, and we were like, we kicked their butt the entire game, and then ended up pulling it out in the end.
well, we had one yesterday too. Remember that one that you mentioned earlier? We were down by quite a bit, and we just gave up on the objective because we just couldn't compete
Do it.
at that level. So we just rounded up all the merc camps, made a push, and knocked out their core, even though they had been destroying us.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to like stay even if you get off to a good start, you have to like not rely on that.
Yeah,
You
you-
have to like stay focused and be like, all right, let's go get a merc camp, or let's keep soaking up the levels in these lanes and killing the creeps or whatever, the minions and hots. But you have to stay focused on it, because just because you get off to a good start, I was playing with my buddy Alex, and we would get off to a good start like every game, but we'd end up losing
Yeah.
by the end of it because we just weren't just staying focused and like keeping it going.
Yeah.
You know, we can soak up the lanes at the beginning and get a couple levels head start, but they do come back. You can come back from
Yeah.
a couple levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riz makes a good point in the chat that he says that the short rounds in Heroes of the Storm kind of help it out, because honestly, matches go 20, 25 minutes. Maybe the longest game I've had was 30, 35.
Yeah.
So they're short, and like that helps with the. Like in the other MOBAs, like a carry in the game would be somebody who's like in the solo lane would soak up all the experience and be like 7 levels higher than everybody, or 5 levels higher. So like the team leveling with that is also helpful.
Yeah.
I don't think I would enjoy that. I think that the team leveling sounds a lot more appealing to me.
Yeah, I definitely like it way more and have more fun. And I mean, it's not a lot of hours, but like I was big into Dota for a little bit, and like I put in 50 in like 2-3 weeks. But like this one is by far like more it feels more team oriented and more of like easier to get into, but it's still difficult to master.
Yeah.
So it has all of that there still.
Yeah. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
I'm glad you like it, Dan. I think
I
that
had a blast.
is saying the most.
That
Dan loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a couple matches on my tablet, and the screen's just too small. If it was like right in front of my face, it would be fine. But like I had put it like on the arm of the couch right next to me. I played with my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, and I just had my mouse on my lap, so like the mouse precision was bad.
Yeah.
But I did try right before we went on. I played on my TV upstairs. I plugged, I did the console mode on my tablet.
How was
and
that?
that worked a lot better.
Okay.
The screen was obviously bigger. It was my TV, and then I put the mouse and the Bluetooth keyboard on like a Surface, so I had full mouse control, and the keyboard wasn't like moving all over the place when I was having it sit on my lap. So
Yeah.
And
That
you know
works.
what? I know I've never been the biggest proponent of like esports, kind of.
yeah,
But now, knowing like I could sit down and watch teams compete
yeah.
playing HOTS because I know what's going on.
Yeah, and I think that's a big factor in esports.
Yeah.
Like, I could watch Smite or Dota or whatever. I kind of had an idea what was going on in Dota, but yeah, esports never meant that much to me. But like I've been watching a lot of the Guild Wars 2 esports matches because I understand what's going on. And I think that's a big help.
I think two characters in particular that I've used that would be good examples of like now I would understand what that meant to a team if you were in like a competitive tournament for money. Stitches, who I'm fucking terrible with.
Okay.
But his hook move, like I can just see in a tournament, like if it's coming down to it or something, and like they got a couple guys left you have to kill before you make a big push, and one's about to get away, I can just see Stitches throwing the hook out and pulling him back in, and your team just putting an ass whooping on him, and that being so huge.
Yeah.
And then the Zebo, who's quickly become probably my favorite character that I've used. He has this thing where he pulls zombies up from the ground, and it's a circle of zombies. And if you do it right, it entraps the enemy character in the circle, and the zombies just beat on him, and it gives your teammates a chance to rail on him while he's trapped inside the zombies, and you can use your other attacks on him. But if you time that just right, and I was able to do it a couple times when we were playing to like get a kill or like a big kill, whatever. It's such an awesome feeling, and I can just see like watching other people do that and be like, "Damn, that was a sick zombie wall he just put on that."
Just
guy.
imagine being in like a 10,000 person arena,
Dude.
with that going on the screen.
I would lose my shit. Like
Yeah.
I already get excited when I do
yeah.
it playing for nothing in my fucking 2-story apartment in Johnson City.
Yeah.
But like if I was playing for 10 grand, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like hitting a winning shot in a basketball game in like college to me.
Yeah, that's where esports is starting to get to now,
Right,
which
yeah.
is it's cool.
You should watch Calidor on Twitch if you have any interest of watching competitive matches. He streams and commentates like really competitive tournaments and
Who
stuff
does?
like Calidor.
You'll have to tell me later.
Yeah, I'll put it in the kick chat, but he does all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I watch him. He's pretty good.
So that's my thoughts. I can't get enough of the game. It's literally all I can think about.
Yeah, and like the new patch just came out, and like the game feels even closer to being. I really like the new.
More modern.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the new UI is really nice.
Yeah, and the new character is awesome. I really like her. I pretty much said because I like the game so much, like every month, like I'll buy the new character because like I'm only putting in. I haven't really spent any money. The first money I spent was getting the Sylvanas
Okay.
bundle, which was the character and the skin. And that was 13, so like I said, I won't mind spending $15 every month on the new character.
If you had told me before I played this game that I would be willing to spend $10 on a skin for a character, I'd have been like, "You're a fucking idiot. There's no way." But now it's like, all right, I found a character that I love to play in a game that I love to play that I'm going to play a lot of. I might as well like what I'm looking at
Yeah,
Yeah.
and support it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's free. But if I got $10, and I thought to myself earlier today, I'm like, there's not that many games coming out, honestly, that I want to buy.
yeah.
Why not buy a fucking $10 character here and there?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's worth it to me.
I think that's why the hero rotation works so well too in
it's
the
great.
game
Yeah.
because you can try these characters for free, and then hey, I really like this one. And if you don't have enough gold to unlock them, you don't mind spending $5 to use a character, have a character that you really like.
And they combine the free to play character rotation well with the daily quests.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's always somebody available for you to use.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Like my character, like most of the characters that I've ended up buying were characters that I played in the free week and really liked. The only character I bought because I wanted to play them without any experience was Nova and Brightwing. But like Jaina, when she was free a month ago, like I played her and I was like, this character is awesome. So I bought her and she just got buffed. So I'm pretty
Nice.
happy. So like most of the characters from the free week that I've ended up buying because I liked them so much. Thrall's another one.
Yeah.
So it really gives you like a chance to play the characters and learn how they're played. And then if you really like them, just go ahead and spend the money or use the coins.
and that's the Zebo for me. I know I'm gonna end up buying him.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
he's $10. Fuck it.
Yeah. Who cares?
Whatever. I'll do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Corey, Hots.
The Hamburglar has been pulled in Ottawa.
Oh boy.
Six.
After,
Is it six?
after Tanner Glass scored on him.
Is it 5-1 or 6-1?
5-1.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a big HOTS proponent, but I don't have any stories to share beyond what you guys just shared. So
Just wait till you get that moment, Corey.
I want to do team play. I want to get up to ranked play and stuff.
Dude, so do I.
Yep.
Oh, so badly.
I'm gonna work on it.
Like me and my friend Johnny were like level 33 like before the new patch came out, and they did the bonus experience, and we got 40 in like a day and a half. Like
Yeah.
we flew through the levels.
Can level up quick.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't even mention is like we have a good, I don't know, I want to say like 12 people that we can play with. Like
We could easily field the whole team. Of
yeah,
people.
I've brought people from where I work together with you guys, and like I actually got another guy today who's gonna play with us. He's already in the beta. People that I probably would have never played games with before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty cool too.
Mhm.
You know.
Just bringing people together.
Absolutely.
This game.
Fuck, man, you get on Skype and it's just so fun. Like that's the other thing, like
Yeah.
the communication that if you get a team together, like a 5-man team, and you communicate with each other on Skype, and like everybody is doing the same task to reach the same goal, it's so rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, like when you get into the team fight and like
Oh.
like when it starts, like I don't know how this is gonna go, and then like your team just slowly overtakes them, and,
Congregates
yeah,
in
and
and-
everybody is like so happy, and then the crushing defeat when you're getting stomped.
yeah, it's not a great feeling.
No,
But you do want to keep playing more.
exactly. There's never been a time where I was like, I'm done.
No.
Okay, that's hot. So we love it.
Because I just got done drooling.
You'll probably be seeing a lot more streaming of Hots, right, Corey?
Yeah.
I got to get my situation down here
Hey.
set up to stream. So
Are we gonna stream it tonight?
Yeah.
probably.
All right.
Anyway,
Stick around for
Eric's,
Hots
Eric's
after.
getting ready to head home. To play. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go next? Corey, what do you got?
I didn't play anything. Let's keep going.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I beat White Knight. I don't think I mentioned that I beat it.
I don't think you did, no.
Yeah.
I'll put you on the list.
Talked about that last week. No need to talk about it again.
What final overall thought?
Final overall thought for me was
Worth it? Not worth it?
worth it on sale. It's worth experiencing. It's a pretty cool setting and story and stuff. But again, those stupid frickin' ghosts ruined that game.
What did it
for me.
cost you?
Playing it on a friend's account, Steam.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure what it cost, to be honest with you. But Hotline Miami 2, I also beat.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
nice job.
That game can be exhausting.
Yeah.
And Eric, I
Better
kinda-
at it.
say again.
Just get better at it.
I know it. I kind of know what you're talking about. With you mentioned inconsistencies.
Yes, I started experiencing that towards the very end of the game.
Good.
Inconsistencies with how much you get hit and targeting and stuff started to
Yes.
get a little bit weird.
Yes, the targeting. Thank you for bringing that up because
Yep.
that was a bastard sometimes. It's like, why would I ever target the guy who's 3 people away from me at the edge of the screen when there's a guy standing right in front of me?
Yeah.
It's little things. It's the little things like that, but they make such a big difference in a game that
Oh, yeah.
depends on that stuff so much. And even like the way you get shot from far away, like sometimes they totally miss and sometimes they hit you dead on, and it's just you're trying to figure out why it happens one way and then the same thing doesn't happen again under the same set of circumstances. It's just kind of frustrating because one little move in the wrong direction is enough to get you killed.
And if you've been playing for 45 minutes on one level, that's a motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You know?
even a couple of the last levels, there were dudes that spawned sometimes. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yep.
I did not notice that.
And it was really frustrating because if you're expecting it and it doesn't come, it throws you off. If you're not expecting it and it does come, it throws you off. So it just got a little bit exhausting towards the end of it. I think Hotline Miami 2 might be a little too long.
Think so?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't get that from
I wasn't
it.
having fun at the end. I wasn't.
Okay. I still was.
Yeah. I still really like. I should say I beat it too.
Nice.
Thank you.
I would say it shouldn't be any longer,
Yeah.
but I didn't think it was too
That's the
long.
maximum it
Yeah.
could go.
Yeah.
Because it is like a repeated kick in the nuts.
Yeah. You kind of get tired of that. But there's that. Heroes of the Storm we talked about. Hearthstone, I'm pretty much just doing my dailies, getting my gold. I think I have like 1,500 gold.
Jesus.
Waiting for the Blackrock Mountain expansion when that comes out. And the other game I played is Sunless Sea. It's a strategy game. I don't really know how to talk about it. I don't even know what I could compare it to. It has a really nice style. The setup for the game is that London has, it's like the late 1800s, steam power's big. London has collapsed into the earth, and the city of London, and it exists on this big ocean cavern called the Untersea. And the game's really good at coming up with its own words for things. Like, it is part RPG, part 4X strategy game, but everything has different names, like iron, hearts, mirrors, pages. Like, those correspond to certain abilities, separate from, and they're just separate words from what we're used to, like strength, dexterity, all that other stuff. So it's very refreshing in that respect, in the style of the game. Like, it's very dark and gloomy, and there's a lot of death is a big theme. You have to keep a light on your ship while you travel through the sea, or your crew's terror will go up. But you're a sea captain, and it's a pirate sim almost. And it's a lot of picking up resources at one town and taking them to the next to sell for a little profit. But there's also a story that's told, and you choose early on what kind of captain you are, what you're looking for. I chose a poet, and my goal was to just collect 100 stories on the Untersea. I haven't really figured out how to do that yet. I'm still learning a lot of the mechanics of the game. I probably played a good 5-10 hours, somewhere in there. And I'm just getting the hang of it, but it's really, really hard. And it does have this system where if you die, you can respawn. It's not really respawning. You just re-enter the world as a new captain. And if you were somewhat successful, if your prior captain was somewhat successful, you can craft a will, and that will transfer some of your items to your predecessor or your successor. So if you die, it's not necessarily start all over again, because there are ways to send some stuff onto the captain afterwards. Mm-hmm. But it's really fun. Right off the bat, I carried a tomb up to this one northern city of dead people, I guess they are. And of course, they give me something when I bring that tomb up there, which I have to take to another city. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I haven't figured it all out yet. But you got to be real careful. You got to manage your fuel, manage your supplies, because if you run out of supplies in the open ocean, you're pretty much done for. There are a few little things you can do, but it's very easy to die, and if you're not careful, you're dead. And exploration's a huge thing, and you can take a wrong turn, and that's not somewhere you want to go, and you're dead, which kind of sucks. But I'm having a real good time with it. It's unlike anything I've played before.
Yeah.
And is a really fun strategy game.
I heard there's a little randomness to it because the developer, I'm not sure if it's the developer specifically, but I guess it probably is a developer that they keep injecting like new stories into the game.
Yeah.
Like repeatedly. So it'll like you will get like the next time you play the game, you're going to get you'll get a completely different set of circumstances that you're, quests and whatnot that you're going to be doing when you're doing the game. So.
Yeah, and it's very spooky. The writing's very good. It's very creative. But yeah, like the stories are what make the game fun because you're constantly. I kind of liken it to like doing Dungeons and Dragons module area has its own little story, and you kind of make decisions along the way to determine how you want to deal with it. I went to this island that was just rats that were at war with each other, and I had to choose a side. And of course,
Nice.
one promised me like, "Oh, we'll take care of your supplies for you," and the other one promised me like iron, which is what you use for combat on your ship. There's battle at sea, so there's a little combat mechanic where you have to get behind the other ship and shoot them and keep them ahead of you so they can't turn and fire. And I don't know. There's a lot of cool things going on in that game. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it. I might have to set it on easy to beat it.
Pretty hard.
But I put so much time into it. I think I should just go ahead and try and beat
He's
it.
gonna try and Mario Kart his way through it.
Yeah,
Ooh, low blow.
gladly. I'll do that with any game.
Couldn't resist.
But I like it.
Cool. Yeah, it's one I've had my eye on for a while. It seemed awesome. I just never pulled the trigger on buying it.
I think you'd like it. It's a little overwhelming to start. It takes several hours before you really feel like you've got a grasp on it. Today I was looking at some guides, just some trade guides, because I needed to figure out how to make more Echo, which is that world's form of currency. And it's suggesting like carry mushroom wine up to the vendor bright, and you'll get a 3 Echo profit. It's just little things like that, which was pretty helpful, but
Can't be any harder to get the hang of than Crusader Kings 2.
no, absolutely
Took me
not.
20 hours to figure everything out.
Yeah, but like that, it's a lot of reading.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you play anything else, Corey?
I played more NES Remix while my internet was down this afternoon. Pretty close
Any
to
better?
beating that. My feelings are the same.
Yeah.
It's fun for a good time killer when your internet's down, but
Right.
Cool.
it's all right.
All right. That everything?
Yeah.
I'll talk about Hearthstone for a little bit, Corey, because I played quite a bit more. I'm down up to rank 21. I started
Alright.
playing ranked matches. But the problem I'm running into repeatedly is people having cards that just do crazy things, and I'm still essentially using a starter deck with maybe 1 or 2 extra like decent cards, stuffed in there. So if I run into someone like that has all these crazy newer cards, I just get stomped generally.
Do you feel like when you're playing and you have a strategy set up and you execute it, but the card they play next perfectly thwarts whatever you're trying to do?
No.
That happens to me sometimes.
No, I don't think I've ever come across that. I can usually tell like at the beginning if I'm going to win or lose a match.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with the start. Like, I don't like how you can randomly start with an extra card.
That's if you start second.
No, but there's like sometimes I'll start with 3 cards and sometimes I'll start with 4.
Yeah, it just
But that's for the first turn. Like regardless of Tyler.
Tyler.
This is why we fired you.
No, but yeah, there's a coin toss where that gives you a start with an extra card, and I find if I start a card down at the beginning, I'm more likely to lose. I almost always lose than if I.
Yeah, like Will was saying though, that's just how they balance out. If you go first, you get 3 cards. If you go second, you get 4 cards in the coin.
Right, but I don't know. I just feel like it's
too much.
yeah. I don't
It
know.
can make a difference for sure, depending on the deck that you have. Like some decks are just better when they go first.
Yeah.
Some are better when they go second.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of mulliganing to fit whether you're going first or second. Mulliganing to get certain cards.
I also have I've only ever built my own decks. Like I haven't looked up any decks. That kind of annoys me. You can tell the people that went on the internet and looked up a deck and just made that.
See so many of the same decks.
Oh my
especially
God.
Where I am in ranked play,
I bet.
because I'm rank. I should mention I hit 13, which is the highest I've ever been.
Wow.
And you see the same decks over and over again with slight variations, like 1 or 2 card differences.
That's
Which is
no.
kind of boring, but every now and again you'll run into like something you haven't seen before, and you're just like, "Oh, that was pretty cool. Good for them."
Yeah. And I think I'm starting to run into that with people who play against me because I don't have a pre-crafted deck. I just pick cards that I think would work well together, and it takes people forever to play against me. Like even if they're winning by a lot, they still take a lot of time to do their turn. because I think they're like, I don't know what this person is doing because I like I said, I just made my own deck.
Sure.
Somebody that's new to Tekken, just tapping buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, someone who's experienced or played a lot or refined their style, like doesn't know how to handle that, which
Yeah.
works to my advantage sometimes, I think.
Definitely. My before I had any good cards, I had all basic cards. I just did a Warlock deck that was all taunts and
Yeah.
a summoning portal, 2 summoning portals, which lowers the cost of minions by 2. And that worked really well for me. It frustrated the hell out of everyone because every card I played was a taunt until I had the summoning portal. Then I dropped that in my stronger minions.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that didn't exist at that point. So everyone, they didn't know what to expect or what I was trying to do or anything.
Yeah.
And I managed to get some wins that way.
I hate everybody who does taunt decks.
Yeah,
Go
last
ahead.
month the big thing was mill decks, which forced you to draw cards to the point where you killed yourself. Because if you run through your deck and you have to draw, you get fatigue, which does damage,